Good morning, it's Mary Ellen from the channel Sensational After 60, and I'm here to do a tag, and it's called the Parent Tag. And I was tagged by one of my very favorite YouTubers. It's LittlePoet. It's Susan from LittlePoet. She tagged me. She said I subscribed to her when she had 16 subscribers. I was thinking it was more like 40, but I've mentioned her several times. I'm going to link her video below, and I'm going to, at the end of this, I'm going to shout out and tag these people to do this tag. It's quick, it's easy, and there's only 6 questions, so here we go. How many children do I have? I have 2 children. I have a son that is 40 and a daughter that is still 37. Hanging on to 37. She'll have a birthday coming up soon. Did I have my children at the right time? I believe I did. Didn't know it was the right time at the time, but I got married when I was 18, and I had my first child when I was 21 and my second child when I was 23. So I think it was the right time for me. Do I live with my parents' father? No, I don't. We divorced back in early 80s. What are my favorite traits about my children? There are so many things I admire about both of my children. He's smart. He is, I don't know what my favorite trait is. He's a wonderful father. It's hard to narrow down a favorite trait. My son will try anything, and in a good way. My daughter, I'm so lucky I have one of each. I mean, I am so blessed to have a son because he's my favorite boy and my daughter's my favorite girl. And when they were little, I used to say to them, of all the little boys or all the little girls in the world, how did I get so lucky to have you? And I always liked that because I could differentiate between. My daughter never knows a stranger, to the point where it's kind of scared me a few times when we've gone out to some place, because I've always told her that be kind to everybody, be nice to everybody. Everybody has their story. She is a fantastic mother. She is smart. Hey, I don't know. Their kindness, I guess, and their giving hearts are my very favorite traits. The next question is, if I won the lottery, what would I buy for my children? I know exactly what I would buy for my children. I would arrange that they would have 2 months off from their jobs, and I would pay them their salary while we traveled. I want my children and my grandchildren and my children's fiancés, Jim, I want us to go on a trip. That is what I would do. I would spend 2 months together with them, enjoying each other's company and traveling and being with my grandchildren. I think that would be wonderful. It'd be a small enough group that we could manage. How do I want my children to remember me? This is kind of funny because I have said to them on my tombstone, I want it to be said, my mother was the kind that worked her holidays around our schedule. I have never been greedy with holiday time. I learned early on, once my children started, for years I had Christmas Eve. That was just our tradition. I mean, for 40 years I had Christmas Eve. Once grandchildren started being born, I couldn't stand the thought of them going from house to house to house on a holiday. So we get together and we decide what day we want to have our holiday, and it works out great. They know how much I love them. They know how crazy I am about them, and so that's how they're going to remember me. I was flexible. Okay, these are the people I want to shout out today and tag, and I had to, I have a list that that keeps growing, and some of the people I wanted to tag I couldn't because I didn't know if they were parents or not. So I'm going to name the people that I know are parents. Every person I mention, I'm going to link below, and these are all channels that I watch and that I really enjoy. So I hope you check them out. The first person I am going to shout out is Sandyrellamidnight. I've been watching Sandy for about a year. She is a young mother. She has 3 or 4 children. I know she has 3 children. She's beautiful. She loves God. She lives, I adore her. I think she is fantastic, and I know she's a fabulous parent. So I would like for Sandy to do this. This is a young lady that a lot of times people will send you a message and they'll say, you know, I enjoyed your video. Would you check out my channel? And most of the time I will check it out. Her name is Balkan Princess, and she is a lovely person. She asked me if I would check out her channel, and I did, and it was probably 6 months ago, and I have really enjoyed getting to know her. She's young, she has a young son, she is beautiful, she isn't from this country. I really enjoy her, so I think you might too. Another person I found through the same thing, they checked out my channel and I checked out hers, is Carolyn White. And she does most all of her videos in Portuguese, and I don't understand hardly anything she said, but I watch every one of her videos. I love her. I think she is a doll, and she is kind, and she does some really funny videos, and you don't have to understand the language. You don't have to understand the language to enjoy a channel. I am going to go take a bath now. I film a lot in this because I have a ton of pajamas like this, so I'm going to go take a bath. Hopefully I'm going to film another video, and it's all good. And you guys take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.